Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video. We're gonna go back to a topic that I haven't done a video on in a while, but I wanted to cover, and this is Disney World solo. It's been so heartening to see so many people going on solo trips in the last 2 years. I feel like the trend has super picked up, especially in Disney World. I feel like Disneyland, you do see a lot more solo travelers because it's locals and they like to pop in there for their weekends. But Disney World, it seems a bit more to have to pack up and get over there. I know there's locals in Disney World, I'm friends with many of them, but in general, a lot of people are traveling from somewhere else to get there and have longer vacations. And so it's so heartening to see people doing these trips on their own because I've really wanted to. If you're thinking about doing one and you haven't done one yet, well, I totally encourage you to. And this video might help you make that decision. These are the things that I find I do solo that I don't really get to do in group trips. Whether those groups are with family, with friends, whoever, I find that I get to have certain experiences in different ways even than I do when I'm with other people. And so these are kind of the things I get to do that are, to me, a benefit of going solo. The first one is tours. I have friends who do the tours, and I'm sure doing it with someone else is really awesome, but I find that it is hard to line that up with other people. You gotta pick the right day, the right time. It's costly, right? Some of the tours can be pretty expensive. Maybe not everyone agrees on what tour that they want to do. I've never really had it work out where everyone's kind of agreed to do it. Everyone's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And then when it comes to actually booking it never happens. But when I'm solo, I can just do whatever tours I want to do. So I've taken it upon myself to do more of them when I'm by myself so I can take advantage of not having to plan that around other people. And I think that there are great experiences by yourself. You can just have that enjoyment of learning one-on-one. You can ask any of the questions that you need to ask your tour guides. I think that they are just as fun experiences. I haven't yet been on a tour where I was like, this would have been better with somebody else. Like, yes, I mean, it's fun to share those things with other people, but like, there's no tour that's like, oh, I feel awkward by myself. I've always been on a tour with at least one other solo person as well, so I never was like the only solo person. And I've never felt like it's a experience that is worse alone. If anything, I think it's a little better. The next one is doing more table service and sit down restaurants. Again, this is, you know, it's hard to necessarily all agree on food, trying to get a time together. When we did do big group trips, we always tried to have like 1 or 2 planned dinners that all of us came together for, and that typically worked. But beyond that, it was really hard to get people together to do more than just those 1 or 2 big ones, whether it was Hoop-Dee-Doo or Ohana, you know, the typical ones you would do with a big group. So when I'm solo, I like to take the time to always book at least one table service that I've never eaten at before, or at least have it in a long time, that appeals to me. And again, it's that freedom of not having to figure it out with someone else, not needing to worry about someone else's, you know, pickiness with food, or maybe if it's even allergies or whatever. You can just like go on your own, find a menu that suits you, and enjoy that experience and like really enjoy it, you know, take in the atmosphere, take notice of the food, and all of that. And I've always had great experiences talking with servers and cast members as well. They're so lovely when you dine by yourself. You have really good conversations if you want to, if you're open to that. I highly recommend it. Another thing I actually do more of alone than with groups is meet and greets. Maybe that's a going as an adult sort of thing. I'm sure if you have kids, you probably are already meeting and greeting characters more. But if you're going as an adult and with adult people, I find that a lot of my friends are a little shy when it comes to meeting characters. Totally understandable. Not everybody's jam, right? Or they'll pick and choose certain ones because, oh, well, you know, meeting Kylo Ren seems more fun, whatever. He is fun to meet, don't get me wrong. But I find that like I'm more likely to just hop in a line for a character because I can by myself and have that interaction. And again, one of those things where you might think like, isn't that weird by yourself? I did do an entire video about meet and greet solo. I will link that here, but it really isn't if you come prepared. Like if you know what you want to say to a character, that helps. And definitely don't feel like you need to like carry on a conversation either. You know, have the things that you want to say, take your photo, but they're always so lovely about it. In fact, I find sometimes I've gotten a lot more attention than I even expect, because sometimes you'd think like, oh, maybe they're gonna move you along because you're one person, but no, I find that, you know, the characters really dote on you and spend plenty of time with you if you are alone. So has always been a plus because I've gotten more of those experiences by myself. The next thing is purposely catching entertainment. Not like just walking down Main Street and, oh, look, Dapper Dan's are singing, but actually looking at the schedule and saying, hey, I'm gonna catch this entertainment at this time. I feel like that is a thing that I don't even think about when I'm with groups, because it's so hard to plan that in when you're already planning your rides and your meals and this and that. And I love taking the time to actually catch a lot of the entertainment. Epcot especially, there's so much in every country. And to actually plan it into my day is so much easier by myself. So instead of just stumbling across something, which often happens when I'm with a group and we're all, you know, heading to whatever ride, I can actually say, hey, you know what? Chinese acrobats are gonna be doing their thing at 2:15, and I'm gonna make sure that I get there and get there a bit early so I can get a good seat. You know, it's a totally different experience to be able to take the time out to do that and really sit and enjoy a show. And lastly, something that I've done alone that I never seem to do with a group is a Disney Springs day. Disney Springs doesn't appeal to everybody, right? Some people just think like, oh, it's a glorified mall, and you know, that's really all it is. And I totally get that. I'm a shopper. I like shopping. I like window shopping. I like wandering around and going in and out of stores, even if I have no purpose of buying. That's just something I enjoy. I think it comes from when you're younger and you grow up in a city, or maybe not even just in the city. The thing to do in high school was to hang out at the mall. Like, you would get out of school and you'd be like, all right, we're gonna go hang out at the mall, because we were too young to really do much else. It was like that or the movie theater. So maybe that's still innately in me, and I just like to hang out at the mall. But I enjoy also the atmosphere. It's really beautiful, both daytime and nighttime. I enjoy popping into all the little bakeries and the little places where you can get different snacks and foods and stuff. And I really have been able to spend almost a whole day, I would say at least, you know, half to 3/4 of a day doing Disney Springs and dedicating my time there. So that's something I don't really do with groups, because again, it might be an interest thing. But you know, just being able to slow down and enjoy all the different parts of Disney Springs and to pop in to different stores and see what's going on is much, much easier when you're by yourself. So if that's a place that you've been interested in going and you feel like you never get the chance to spend time there, solo is the time to do it. So those are some of the things that I feel like I get to do solo that I don't get to do in groups. For those of you who have been solo, what are some of the things that you find you do more when you're by yourself than when you're with family or friends? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, you should subscribe. I make videos every single week. I appreciate all the time you guys spend with me. It's amazing. Every time someone sits and watches a video is just, it's a blessing. So thank you so much for that. If you want to continue the conversation, we have a Discord channel with a whole bunch of great people in the community. I will link that down below. You should come join. You could be as active as you want, as much or little as you want. Yeah, it's been really, really fun. If you join the Discord, you may also get invited to some private streams where we've been trying to make light of the situation we're currently in and playing some games and all of that good stuff, but you can only get into that or know about that if you're in the Discord. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of the day. Bye.